I have this big book called The New Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible, right? And it's basically uh the statistics of the Bible. Like
The
like
statistics.
yeah, it's every word with every location, passage, and like line it's from in like two different languages in three different versions. It's it's insane. I love this thing. It's what the Christian scientists use to tell you that God hates you.
wait, wait. So what does it tell you? What is the information? What are the statistics related to?
Um, it's so like the first part of the book. It's every word in alphabetical order where it shows up, like what part of the Bible, right? So like the first page you open up to past like the introductory like little bit of bullshit, and you get Aaron, and then every instance of Aaron in like the different versions of the Bible,
Quoted?
right? Yeah.
Like the line? Just the line?
Yep. Just the
Or
line.
the phrase? Huh.
Yeah. Every single one. And then it has it in like Hebrew and Greek and a bunch of
Why?
other
Why?
because Christian scientists are insane.
What is. Well,
They
but like.
take
Go ahead.
wait, what do you mean? Oh, I just mean like they take this shit very, very literally.
Hmm.
They will find any instance of the Bible using a word and use it to justify their means of whatever, right? Because like a big thing about Christian Science is like a reject is this like because it was made by a quack, right? This lady, this British lady, fell through the ice, um, and then I think while she was being saved, or like while she like got herself to shore, she had a vision while she was dying of God like telling her that she is loved or something or some bullshit. I'm not that well versed in Christian Science, the history of it, but like it was basically some lady, yeah, she got
Some
told
lady.
some lady got had a hallucination about God and then told everyone that your health depends on your connection to God. So if you're dying, pray harder, and if your kid's dying, pray harder.
Yeah, that
Because
makes sense.
just pray harder.
Mary
Just
Baker Eddy. Mary
yeah.
Baker Eddy. Born Mary Morse Baker on a farm in Bow, New Hampshire, Eddy was the youngest of 6 children in a family of Protestant Congregationalists. Her father, Mark Baker, was a deeply religious man, although according to one account, Christianity to him was warfare against sin, not a religion of human brotherhood. I guess, yeah, that kind of makes sense in terms of the context of, like, how Christianity has been historically used is just as like persecution, like just getting mad about shit. It's like, oh
Yeah.
man. In common with
They're
most,
really mad at people.
in
My
common
grandparents are really mad
with
at people.
most women at the time, Eddy was given little formal education, but she said she had read widely at home. From childhood, she lived with protracted ill health, complaining of chronic indigestion and spinal inflammation.
When
Off,
was she
off
born?
to a great start. She looks cool though. She looks based.
When was she?
1821.
Oh, okay, so it's gotcha.
Eddie's first husband died just before her 23rd birthday, 6 months after they married and 3 months before their son was born, leaving her penniless. As a result of her poor health, she lost custody of the boy when he was 4. Her second husband left after 13 years of marriage. Eddie said that he had promised to become her child's legal guardian, but it is unclear whether he did, and Eddie lost contact with her son until he was in his 30s. Okay, I don't give a shit.
Sounds like she should have prayed to God harder.
Yeah, she should really pray to God harder.
Eddie was, by all accounts, charismatic and able to inspire great loyalty, although Jillian Jill writes that she could also be irrational and unkind. Irrational? What? What?
Really?
According to Brian Wilson, she exemplified the female charismatic leader and was viewed as the head of the Christian Science Church even after her death. He wrote in 1961 that her name, Christian scientists call her Mrs. Eddy of Our Beloved Leader, was still included in all articles. Okay, but it doesn't say anything about. I want to read about the vision. What is her name? Mary
Mary Baker Eddy.
Baker Eddy.
What's going on here? We talking about cringe?
Yeah.
We're talking about Christian Science.
Christian
Christian
science.
Nice. We were on the same wavelength there.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed. Yeah, Mary
Go to
Baker
Mary
Eddy.
Baker Eddy Library. If you want to get some information, bro.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
ChristianScience.com.
Guys, when COVID stops, we got to go to the Mary Baker Eddy Library.
That sounds like so much fun.
Wait, where is it though?
How to vlog it? I don't know. We'll drive there.
Fucking like New Hampshire or some shit. No, it's Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's Boston.
200 Massachusetts Avenue, Boston, Massachusetts.
There we go.
02115. That's there you go, internet.
Good to know.
The tour groups are for $4 for an adult, which we are.
Praying about world. God damn it.
Senior students are youth.
All right. Digital Bible lessons. Here we go. God damn it, dude. Religion is so weird.
I think it's a pretty good way for stupid people to find meaning in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the most productive to society way for stupid people to find meaning in their life.
Right, it's pretty.
Except for maybe like Netflix.
No, that's cable.
Yeah, cable.
People still watch cable.
Yeah, dumb people.
Damn, watching TV with ads, dude.
That you pay like $70 a month for.
Yeah. Oh God. Man. You gotta listen to the Christian Science Daily Lift.
Hell yeah, man.
Go ahead.
They're speaking the truth.
Hit me with it.
It's the inspirational podcast.
Where is it?
Oh, it's a podcast?
Go to ChristianScience.com.
Can we start an internet war with them?
And then
can
go
we
to
pit our fan base against theirs?
Go to Daily Lift. And you get to hear the sick guitar opening.
Where do I go?
Christians are actually so good at guitar.
And then some broad ruins it.
Where do I go? Go to
ChristianScience.com.
Yeah, I'm there.
And then go to Christian Healing Today. It's on like the top side, like that bar there. And then if you'll click on one of those little pull down things, it'll be Daily Lift. And then it'll just be like the fucking Daily Lift, bro. You gotta bop out to the Daily Lift.
I can't find it. What is Christian Science? Christian Healing Today. Healing Today. Is that Daily Lift? There we go. I just found it.
There you go.
There's gotta be some fucking beefcake dude that just like lifts weights every day while he listens to that podcast.
From the First Church of
3 minutes.
Scientists in Boston, Massachusetts.
It's a 3-minute podcast.
Today, we'll hear from Christian Science practitioner and teacher Deborah Hitch. She's from San Juan Capistrano, California.
Yeah, Max, can you do a guitar intro like this,
This Valentine's Day,
I don't have a guitar with me right now.
cues from a lab assistant.
I'm sorry.
This woman was a
I can start doing it though
for
for future episodes.
In a health experiment. Oddly enough, while the rabbits in the other groups became ill, those in her group remained healthy.
Can you shut the fuck up, McKendry? I'm listening to my daily lift titled "You Are Each Dearly Loved" by Deborah Hughes from San Juan Capistrano, California, USA.
Loved, you say?
After examining both sets of rabbits,
guys, we gotta go
each
to
of us.
the experiment,
we got it. We gotta go to the
What is that?
UK.
God?
It's an all ages event organized by local Christian scientists in the UK.
So you're talking about God, right?
We're talking about God shit here, Max.
Science and health with key to the scriptures.
Sounds fun.
The divine
Guys, wanna
love
get some
which made
Bible
harmless
lessons?
the
Why is it called Christian Science? Can you explain that to me, Angus?
I can't. I think it's because they want you to believe that they are the real science.
Okay, that makes sense.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
I pass by a Christian Science reading room every day. Not every day, but every time I go to like the store in Seattle. It's on my route.
Christian Science readings are so weird. My grandma was a reader. Ugh.
Wow, what do they
Readers,
read?
dude.
What do they
She
read?
goes in front of her church and reads from the Bible, very, very specific passages that she has to like.
What?
Or, out here. Let me grab my concordance real quick.
At least she can read it. At least she doesn't have to fucking memorize it.
Yeah, it's
Those fucking Jews, dude.
it's weird. I would never want to go to a Christian Scientist church. You know, like tonight we're talking about judging. Where in 2 Corinthians 26:21, house judging the people of the land. And that's just what they use.
Is that it?
That's the quote right there. There's
Wow.
probably more to the Corinthians whatever, but
Yeah, I feel like I have to get educated. I feel like I should step into the Christian Science reading room once in a while.
it's a fucking sweet. I like Job 8:3. Doth God pervert justice? That's a good one. That's a good
Doth
question
he?
right there. Doth God?
Yes.
The Bible. The Bible is the foundation for the theology and practice of Christian Science. Jesus' ministry especially shows how we can experience healing and regeneration as we learn that our true identity is completely spiritual. Okay. So that's why they don't give a shit about medicine. The idea is that your self is a spirit, and so it doesn't actually matter if you get fucking pneumonia and leukemia at the same time, and then your balls fall off, and then your skin, you get a skin disease, and then your fingernails come off, and then you permanently have like a terminal erection, and then your fucking your
How does a terminal
and then
erection
your
work?
eyes and then your eyes start
How does
bleeding.
that happen?
It doesn't even matter that your fucking your ears your earlobes.
How could your eyes bleed
Your
if all your blood
earlobes.
in your body is going to your terminal erection? I would assume you would bleed from where your balls fell off too. Feels like all that blood would be going downward.
Your knees give out, and then you can't stand anymore because your feet already fell off because of the cold, and it doesn't even matter because God will save you.
God will save you pretty hard enough, guys.
Sounds like that song.
The first chapter of Genesis states clearly.
Sing it.
Wait.
What?
Okay,
Sing it.
Yeah,
Sing
sing
that
the
song.
song.
You said that song. Sing it.
How does it go?
That's not how it
You're
goes.
such an inspiration for the ways that I will never ever choose to be. That one, you know.
Can you sing the Stereotype song now, please, McKendry? Go.
No thanks.
Oh. How does it go?
It's been a while since I've heard that one. I don't know if I can still.
Yeah, no, you could. You could though. You could though.
Good boys. You still on the ChristianScience.com?
McKendry, do you know the song Mad City by Kendrick Lamar?
No.
I think I love you more than the.
Guys, we gotta go through the Bible lesson, the sample lesson on the Christian Science
Bible
website.
lesson? I'm not on that website.
I love those fat Americans. You know they're so obnoxious. They're always eating burgers.
Is that it?
No, I'm waiting for McKendry to pick up the line because he knows the line.
I don't think he's.
No, he knows the next line. That's not the next line. They're always eating burgers.
How many fools
They're
can
always.
I kill today? Too many to count.
And I love
Don't
Mexicans
get
the way
in
they mow my lawn.
way.
They all got 100 kids because they don't know how to put a condom on. Because that's the way they roll. You gotta go big like an Israeli knows. If you ever buy a pint for an Irish guy, They're out of control like a Chinese driver. I love the you.
No, that's
I
not
think.
the next verse.
Okay, then fucking what is it?
I don't remember. It's been too long.
Yeah, no, you bitch. You fucking know.
You're being a little bit racist here, Eli. We might have to censor like half of that.
That's okay, because Mackenzie was singing it. I didn't sing any of it.
Is that
Does it
true,
become good
Angus?
Christian boys? Good Christian
What
boys.
about
You guys should get VR headsets.
No,
No.
I'm not gonna do
No.
that. I'm not gonna do that.
God his ass.
I'm not going to invest in money specifically
Oh,
to make
man.
myself throw up.
I'm not gonna fucking stare at a screen that's literally like a centimeter away from my
It's just
fucking
right
eyeballs.
there at like full brightness.
Eli, but it's good for
Oh,
it
man.
makes it more immersive.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm really in a video game, huh?
I
Fuck.
can't wait to see like people in 2040 that just have like completely bloodshot eyeballs and like their muscles have completely atrophied.
They can't see
But,
past like 10 feet in front of them.
Yeah, we
can't
developed the Oasis or something. Something like the Oasis. Some kind of
Let's show you a
MMO
girl
with a
thing.
real world currency. And people just like live their lives in there. It's like the Matrix.
It's like they all
You guys ever
watch
seen the
Vosh.
Matrix?
They all fucking watch Vosh. Oh my god. They
Vosh
all
becomes
watch
God.
Vosh while they play Beat Saber. Like all the time. I don't know.
It's like a Beat Saber MMO.
Oh my
What would
god,
that even
dude.
be?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
They have like full
That's what
body
that'd be.
suits. It's like VR porn, but it's just a full body suit. So it's like you're having sex. And everyone smokes weed.
Right. Yeah.
Eli, I really like
They
the
listen to
comments on
Vosh.
your second Vosh post.
Oh, I haven't read them. Let's check them
Oh, we
out.
got comments.
Dude, the second one is
Ooh.
so good. Like the long one. The
Oh,
long one
shit.
is so good.
Is it like a legit? Is it a legit critique?
Is it an actual response? Oh,
It's
I didn't
a
upload
lot
this.
more of an ad hom towards you, but it's really funny.
Okay. All right.
Please
I'm gonna
accept
read
my
the post.
update.
I'm gonna read the post. Vosh is the Oedipal mother to his audience of infants. I'm just gonna read that. That's it. That's all I'm gonna read. And then he
That's a pretty
says,
good post.
"Cool, you get off on writing this up." Oh,
That's not
Got
two
your
points.
ass.
You got 2 points. You got 1 point.
I'm
You got
gonna
1
give
point.
that guy an update.
Yes, you're not like the other girls. You think of yourself unlike us sheep. What a special and unique fucking snowflake you are. Fuck me, this better be a troll. I don't want to believe that anyone could write this out and not have any kind of realization about what a twat they are. Oh!
Gonna give that guy an
That got
update
so
too.
bad.
Hey!
Actually, I feel like I should give this guy some gold.
Yeah, give that guy some
Have
Reddit
some
gold.
gold, kind stranger. Oh, how do I get Reddit coins?
Damn, that was
gifted
cool.
gold.
That was
You get a
cool what
free
you
one
just
every day
said.
or something, don't you?
That's
No, you
not
do.
true.
That's not true. What you can if
Buy
you go up to
1,800 for $6 and get
If you go up to
450
top-
bonus coins. Okay,
Max,
just enter my credit
next
card
to,
number.
where your name is on like like on the top bar, there's a thing that says free, and if you click on that, you get a drop down menu where you can claim a free award to give out.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
what I was
dude.
referring to.
I'm just gonna buy. I'm just
I
gonna
got the
buy.
whole award. I'm gonna give
I'm
this
just
dude the
gonna
whole
buy
award.
Reddit coins.
I'm just gonna say good job to him, bro.
Okay, just enter my zip code. Complete purchase.
Dude just got nice and meme down right there.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking wreck this guy by giving him Reddit gold.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Why? Why?
Who,
Why?
me?
Why? Why?
Me?
Yeah.
I think that got the awesome award. That's pretty good.
Have some gold, kind stranger.
Just gives him fucking money. God damn it.
No, he
No,
doesn't
it
give him
doesn't
money.
give him
He's
money.
giving him Reddit Premium.
I gave Reddit money, and I gave him a little icon next to his cool post.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you see that? You see the
Alright.
gold on the Reddit
No, I'm
post.
trying to think
I'm
of
gonna
something
reply.
good to
You see
respond.
the wholesome meme on the Reddit post? The wholesome award?
Dude, this post is so wholesome, dude.
It's so wholesome.
Damn, he does have an award now. Fuck. I'm losing. I'm losing
You're
my Reddit
losing
war.
the discourse. Hey, I gave you an update too.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave you an update.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You know we.
Why do you
update.
say it that? Why do you say that like
Because
that?
that's what Reddit says. That's what Reddit says. That's what we say.
Dude,
If that's what Reddit says, that's what we say.
wholesome. It's wholesome.
Okay.
Guys, wait. I like sorting Vosh by new because you get things like you guys, this place, and Vosh are gross. Bunch of pedos. Upvote.
Damn. This episode sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Talk about something
Yeah.
better.
I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time though.
Yeah. I like never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That's not worth it.
That was funny though.
Max.
Me?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Stoicism?
Okay, yeah. Stoicism kind of sucks.
Why?
So the basis of it is it's focused around like therapy, but I hesitate to introduce it to any really smart people that I know that would make good use of it. Like so the gist of like the self-help quip is that you should expect the worst in your life, so that you're either going to be, when events come around, um, you're either going to be like pleasantly surprised with the outcome, or you're just, or like the worst happens and you're okay with it because you're a hyper rational big brain.
Yeah, that was my
old guy.
pessimistic philosophy in like freshman year of high school.
Yeah, basically. And so that's like all right. It's harmless. But then they branch off of it in a bunch of dumb fucking ways.
I can
Um
see how.
So that
they're really
idea was
big
sort of
on,
developed in Greece a long time ago.
yeah,
Those
yeah,
epic
in
views.
Greece, and then going into Rome.
Mhm.
And like what was his name? I think it was Seneca who he was kind of a bitch actually. So he was the advisor to um Nero, an emperor who's like a total
I remember
asshole.
Nero. He was cool.
He did a bunch of shit. But one of the things he did was he told Seneca to kill himself just for fun, and Seneca, being the bitch he was, did it, and he had no qualms about it. And as his family was like grieving the loss of him, he told them to I don't know, some stoic bullshit, and then he killed himself with a knife. Um, it just goes to show how weak these kinds of guys are, and they rationalize. There's a rationalization of suicide, while they also talk about how you should live according to nature. And there's like a whole like section in Beyond Good and Evil by Nietzsche, where he talks about how live according to nature is a dumb phrase and it sucks.
Well,
But
yeah, nature.
even supposing it doesn't suck and you do live like that, um what the fuck are you doing rationalizing suicide? Like they find solace in the fact that if everything in your life just goes down, you could always just kill yourself and you're fine with it. But they fail to take into account like your ties to loved ones, or how shitty and selfish that is to do.
Well, it's selfish,
And
but when you stop yourself from existing, who cares?
Well, he killed
Like,
himself for the
all the all the
emperor.
all the
everyone
people
else.
that love you.
He
So
killed
wake
himself for the
fine,
emperor,
you're
didn't
not
he?
there to experience the wake.
He
I
killed.
I
wasn't here
didn't
to
catch that.
experience my life before I was here. Why should I care about it when I'm after? Once I'm at, like,
He killed himself in service to the emperor, though, didn't he?
just like Stoicism as an idea, like a lot of Stoic philosophers like found solace in the
He's
fact.
taken to like the wrong extreme, totally. But it's just like that's not inherently a wrong thing. I
Oh,
don't
he
think.
killed
I
himself
say it
for
is
the
because
idea.
if you killed yourself, then I would be really fucking pissed at you, and you might not care, but I would, and we all would, and everyone would.
Why would um why would you be mad? I just want to know.
Because I really like you, and I'd like you to be around.
There's a lot of things you like that go out of your life constantly, and then there's a lot of things that you like in your life that come back into it.
Yeah,
And
no, I.
You won't.
Yeah, I think regardless
You
of whether
wouldn't if you killed yourself.
I know, but well, what you mean, me, Angus? Yes,
Yes.
but a plant never dies; it just gets reprocessed,
Plants fucking die, dude. What do you mean?
and then it becomes shit in my body, and then it becomes
What kind
part
of
of Earth, and then it
esoteric
becomes a
shit
plant
is
again.
that, dude?
If you-
Plants die.
I'd rather
Dude,
have
it's fine.
Angus than the soil that Angus decomposes into.
Good for you, but this is a very like you're on a very you time scale. If you want to
Yeah.
live your life according to like the you centric time, great. Time
And
is,
everyone else, and everyone that loves you.
Yeah, and like us.
why does
Yeah.
that matter though?
Yeah, why does that matter? Tell me why that matters.
Because I'm here, and we're all still here,
And
and
we're
we have to
all
deal
here.
with that.
Why would that not matter? Can you explain why that wouldn't matter?
Because one person is dead
Yeah, it's
compared
just one,
to everyone in your life.
Compared to what? So you're immediately putting a comparison on it.
So are you saying though that they'd be selfish to do that for suicide or whatever?
Who?
Yes.
Yeah, suicide is selfish. We're not denying that, but selfish actions are fine. Living is selfish.
Okay. I would disagree, because when you're living, you're doing me a real big fucking favor,
How am I doing you a favor?
because I love you.
Well, thanks, buddy. I love you too. But I don't see how that love is any more important than the love I give a cat that's going to die.
What?
Yeah. Okay. You would really be sad if one of the cats that you love dies.
Yeah, I would be. But I think death isn't as. We don't need to accept it as such a sad thing. Getting caught up on these. Not letting ourselves express our emotions is what makes them more damaging.
Natural death is less sad than a suicide. A suicide is inherently much more tragic.
How is it inherently
How
more
is it-
tragic?
How is it inherently more tragic?
Because it was like an internal issue rather than an external one. So
Because your mind is
I don't know, I
throwing
think
a
that's a-
temper tantrum and taking complete control over your body, and your body has a set endpoint that
Well,
you're just completely
Your mind-
bypassing.
Are your mind and body separate?
No,
So
they ought to work as one rather than the mind. You make it separate when you kill yourself.
Would prefer to die like because I decided to, rather than because just the various functions that make up my body stop working.
what is you? What is deciding that you die then? Because I don't think it's clear that there's one part that gets to make that decision, and I don't think there's that one part of your brain has any right to make the decision that the rest of the brain dies. I don't think that's your decision to make. Because I don't think you make decisions. I think there's a lot of factors that go into the decision that is made, and I don't think your brain works cohesively enough to decide that it is going to shut itself off. Does that make sense?
Are you saying that in comparison to other decisions you could make? Are you saying that would be the case with all decisions, or just that one?
That's the big decision. That regarding suicide, I don't think that your brain has the right to decide that it can shut off the whole body.
Especially if you're trying to live according to nature.
Well, what does live according to nature? What is nature? Are we separate from nature?
No, we're not. Nature itself, at least according to Stoics, is God. It is the complex. It's the complex system that functions within itself, over and over again a million times, run by the single divine principle that they call Zeus or the Pneuma or whatever esoteric term you'd like to call it. Um, that's basically what nature is. It's like lateralis. And yeah,
So if you're
Killing
if you
yourself goes
were
against
to
that inherently.
if you were to kill yourself, it would be like going 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, like 9.
Right.
in
It's
order
like
to kind of see your logic there, I mean, you're part of nature. So if the combined uh, forces that make up your brain, the combined components of your brain, come to the conclusion, come to the outcome, whatever, that you're gonna commit suicide, that's just part of nature. That's part of everything else going on.
We have one thing. We have a thing that separates us from nature, which is our heightened rationality. Well, and while it was developed by nature, we've used it. We've sort of manhandled it to create like the idea of an ego, which in itself, the whole rationality thing is sort of a contradiction in the idea of Stoicism. But I think that if you were to kill yourself selfishly, um, that would be an example of that offshoot of nature, um, sort of trying to take over nature, which collapses the Stoic framework of thoughts entirely, as well as if you see suicide happen in nature occasionally, but most of the time, in except in the case of like dogs, like going into
Run.
depression and like starving themselves,
Yeah.
you see animals dying in support of the collective, rather than you never see animals just kill themselves because they don't see a point in life, because they don't have the
Well,
rationality
I
to
don't think
develop that.
people kill themselves because they don't see a point in life. It's a. I think that is part of
They don't
that
see a
can lead
point in life. They don't see a
that
path
can
forward.
lead
Any
to it.
fucking reason that you could
It's the not
rationalize
seeing a path
suicide.
forward. It's the not seeing a path forward that I think is what leads so many people off the edge because one of the best like descriptions I've ever heard, so like a psychologist used to describe suicidal people and like the thought process of a person who's deciding to kill themselves is it's like the person jumping into the black water below from the flaming high rise. They don't know if they're going to make it. They don't even know if that's water down there or just the concrete that they're misseeing. But it sure is a hell lot better option to them than staying there and burning to death.
it's the path forward.
Which is why depression and rationality work together so shittily, because they make you see the world as a burning building that you have to jump out of when it's fucking not ever.
Well, what if your world is? Because you
It's
have that.
not.
Some people like have
I
shitty lives though.
I would
That's the
say like the
problem.
people in Africa who are born specifically to die, like their life is just going to be a statistic for us. Because like they
Well,
won't
no
have
one's
enough.
born specifically to die. Either no
They're,
one's born to specifically to die or everyone's born specifically to die. And I would
I
choose
don't.
to believe that no one is born specifically to die
I
because
think in this.
Dying is a byproduct of the process of life.
yeah.
I guess
We're
what I mean
we
by
were
that is
born
like
to live.
you are born to live, but there's people like the people in Africa who have 3 weeks because they're going to starve at the end of that. Um, they're born to die.
Cool.
No.
That's how that shit
No.
works.
No, they
And
were
that's
born to live for 3 weeks. Or they were born to live because the 3 weeks is a human construct. The will to
What do you mean?
live is transcends humanity.
What do you mean born to live? Like, what the?
It's a redundant statement because it doesn't mean anything. Because you're born to
Because that's
live.
just what your body fucking does.
That's what the continuum. That's what Numa does. Just keeps creating.
Okay, did we get the suicide thing squared away?
No, we didn't because I remember there's a point that McKendry and I were on regarding your brain deciding that it can eliminate the whole system. And I argued that it would be irresponsible for the brain to decide for the whole body, for the whole system, that it is going to make a justified decision, and not just the brain, but a certain part of the brain overruling the rest of the brain to decide to make some sort
It's
of.
not overruling the rest of the brain. That's
It's
not a thing that
everything
can even
deciding to
happen.
do that.
It is actually
collective deciding.
any decision
Except
that you
for when
make.
it is, and you kill yourself, and your brain stops.
Any decision that you make is one part of your brain overruling the rest of it to make
But
that
that's
decision.
That's a
That's not how your brain fucking
misperception.
works.
That's not how your brain works, Eli. Your brain isn't binary modes that work together. They are a massive web of information collectively processing things together.
Okay,
Yeah,
explain what I just said. Explain
so
what
you-
doesn't work that I just said.
The override. Your brain doesn't override; it just processes.
Dude,
What do you mean it
science is so
processes? How does it make
fucking cringe, dude.
decisions? Tell me how the brain makes decisions, Angus.
Through logic gates. It's a very complex. Do you want?
See how fucking cringe science is?
Your
Okay.
brain has billions of synapses and circuits. That
It
are
sure
all
does.
working in parallel.
Sure does.
And whatever the conclusion that you ultimately reach is just what the majority of them reach together.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So whatever. Yes, that is physically. That's
That's what's happening.
No. What happens, McKendry, is that the decision that is made affects the most amount of neurons to execute that decision. Okay?
I did not understand what you just said.
Okay. So the decision that happens and then it affects all the neurons that make it happen. So you are saying that the neurons, the majority of the neurons decide that something is going to happen, and I am arguing
They
that
take in sensory information, they turn on or off because of that, and then that triggers something else to turn on or off because of that, and that is what we call thought.
sure does. Okay, but it's way more complicated than that, because there's all these different attitudes that exist in your mind, right? Like psychoanalysis, right? There's all these different
computer code's just ones and zeros.
Okay.
Everything
Can I fucking finish? Right?
Eli, you're choosing a really dumb hill to die on.
All right. So you have wait. No. You have these elements of your awareness, right? That make decisions in your brain. No. Your senses don't make fucking decisions, Angus. Your senses don't make decisions.
Our senses input to make our decisions.
Your
You're
brain.
taking everything I'm saying and taking it in like the exact. Neither of us are neuroscientists, Eli. We're not talking about something either of us have any authority to make claims on.
Okay, but you denied my assessment of how decisions are made, which means that you think you have some more authority than I
there is a
do.
collective neuroscience
Into
that you can draw from to have knowledge on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you dismissed the idea that your brain, there are separate parts of your brain that make separate decisions, and that some decisions override other ones. So when I'm making a decision, all right, let me fucking speak. Can I please speak? Can I just please assert?
But you're presenting a separate idea. The first idea you presented was that ideas override other ideas, or decisions override other decisions.
Shut the fuck up,
now you're
dude.
changing
Shut the
it.
fuck up. Let me just
Be consistent
express
with your
my
argument.
fucking idea.
Shitty thing to die on.
Let me express my idea,
Stupid.
please. All right. When I'm making a decision, there are several potentialities of what I'm going to do, and then my brain assesses which path of action is most substantial or effective use of my time, and one of those rules out the other ones. It decides, okay, this is what is going to happen. This is what we're doing next, and that action of acting on that element of my awareness, that idea that comes into my head of what to do, overrides all other potential actions of what I could do, and then it does that thing. So it possesses my whole action, the list of actions, physical actions that are required to execute that behavior. So one part of my schema, my brain, is deciding that this is the right thing to do, but there are a bunch of different parts of the brain that are affecting that decision, and there are a bunch of other parts that are arguing against that idea because they think that's a dumb idea of something to do, and so they're conflicting to decide what I'm going to do.
Can you not say brain? Because saying parts of your brain or a part of my brain overrules another part. It activates cringe science. So I think you should just say mind instead.
Yeah, I agree with you if this is your mind, but your brain
See?
does something
This
differently.
is what I was saying. It was fucking stupid to die on.
Wait, literally, what the fuck is the difference between your mind and your brain?
kinda with
McKendry
Eli
starts
on
talking
that.
about neuroscience.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna
Well,
fucking.
That's why you don't say brain.
Because
Although
when I
don't
say
really
the
think there's much
brain,
of a
I mean like
distinction.
your current. Okay,
Okay, first off, do you guys agree with my conception of how decisions are made?
I mean,
to some extent, although I would
in
need
the
to
philosophical
go
degree,
further into
yes.
the details
Yeah.
to.
We're talking about philosophy.
Then I agree.
Cool.
Okay,
If
wait.
we're talking about philosophy, and I say in philosophy,
What do you mean? But like as a
philosophy,
person, do you agree with my assessment of how decisions are made, regardless of?
I think it's informed. I don't think it's correct. I think there is a more correct version of it, but I can't find a way to disagree with you, so I will go with you are right.
Is that how you make decisions?
Yes.
Okay.
I make
Then,
well, or not. Well, no, I don't know how I make decisions. I haven't thought about how I make decisions that much.
okay, but is that a similar structure of how decisions are made in your brain? Because my assessment is relatively simple. Like it doesn't actually go into the specifics.
I don't know if I'm fully, because we are using words. I don't know if I'm fully interpreting what you're saying, but I think so. Like,
okay, then what am I saying?
that when a decision is made, separate part, like, let me think. Let me put all those parts together, because you gave us a very multi-part thing. I'm bad at talking on the fly.
Yeah, me too.
So decisions are made because structure. So like I have. Can you explain it one more time?
Yeah. All right. So
I'm forgetting part of it.
you have your mind and you have your ego that is like basically told what to do by your unconscious. Your unconscious is like, all right, you fucking baby, you gotta be shown how to do all this shit. So that's a fucking keyboard right in front of you, fucking idiot. That's a mouse. That's what that is. And so in that sense, everything that you see is a construct of your unconscious, and that is a complex idea. But dismissing the complex idea, when you make a decision, your unconscious presents all these different uh, uh, potential potential behaviors that you could like paths that you could go down, and the
What do you
egos.
mean by predict? Because I think this is where I'm getting. Because I think it's not like it's not putting out paths. It's just going down a path. It's not. It's not like I'm sitting here at a fork in the road looking to make a decision. I am just going down a road, and I have the chance to look back at what I could have done.
You don't have
That's dangerous.
you don't make choices.
We don't. Do we? We make the choice exists, right? I could choose to do something differently, but because of whatever reason, I'm not going to. Right? Like there is the infinite number of variables that have gone into that moment where the decision is being made. I can't make that. I can't. Nothing I do can affect that decision, but there is a decision being made.
So
I guess is how I view it.
I'm confused. Do you make decisions or not?
I mean, what do you mean by make decisions? Do I have free will?
I'm asking you if you make decisions in your everyday life. Oh, should I eat
I
food
make
right now? No, not. I
I
don't think I'm gonna eat food now.
I make decisions, but those are the same as like that's it's the fundamental thing is like free will,
So
which is a thing that exists as in I have choice. I don't choose what I have choice over.
yeah, I'm gonna try and stay as far away from the free will argument as I possibly can right now. But the fact that you do make choices is you have you have multiple avenues of life that you can follow, and then you make choices based off
But those
of
avenues are predetermined. Nothing, right? Because like time is an illusion completely.
that. Okay,
It's a
so
human-made.
that's a tangent from my point that you interrupted.
Decisions are only a thing made because time exists. There are no decisions in the grand. If you took, like, sure, Luke Skywalker made a decision to, like, I don't know, go save Leia, but he was gonna
Whatever the
do that no
fuck
matter
happened
what.
in those shitty movies.
Okay, but that's irrelevant to my point at the moment. My point
I
that
don't. I
the
don't know
the point that
how.
I'm making is that your brain presents you with choices, and then you making the decision based off of your educated mind in terms of what you think is best for you goes to war with itself to make decisions happen. And so the negotiation that your brain faces, because the brain does approach things uh, in a linear in terms of time, it doesn't know what's going to happen next, and so it has to predict or accommodate potential like
My brain
threats
doesn't know what's
or
going to happen next in the
modifications.
universe, and the universe is what's decided everything I'm going to do.
No, but we're talking about choices right now, man, and we're talking about
But choices are what do you when you say I have the choice to eat? What do you mean by that?
I
Oh,
could
I think
fucking
I can
eat
do this.
food or
I can do
not.
this. No, I
Okay,
can do this. I
Max,
can do this.
go.
I can do this. So you decide, should I eat right now? Okay. Then
That's the
you
question.
weigh the
Yeah.
options. You weigh your options, right?
But why
You
are you
think,
asking
okay,
should I eat right now?
because you fuck you. That's why. So
Because you had a
you
no, because your
decide.
system triggered you to think that you're to think about this, right? Like something in your system, some other
Yeah,
variable triggered you to
Sure,
think
yeah.
about it.
the whole fucking universe happens and processes to this one moment where you're deciding whether you should eat something or not. You decide whether you should eat something, you weigh the options. You think, should I eat? If I do eat, I'll be full and I won't have to eat later. If I don't eat right now, I could do something, maybe physically intensive, that I wouldn't be able to do if I had eaten. Okay? Um, I'll decide that I will eat right now. Okay. There's one fork in the road. You just pass that fork. Now, there's a question of what should I eat? Should I eat this just fucking bag of donuts? It'll taste really fucking good, but I'll feel pretty shitty after I eat it. Okay. Should I make like rice and beans and cook some meat into it? Okay, that'll feel pretty good. It'll take kind of a long time, and if there's something going on pretty soon, you won't really have time to do that. So it's just like you weigh all of these decisions out. That's what making a decision is. I feel like a
Well, yeah,
fucking child going through this.
Yeah. But you're right.
yes.
That's true. Everything you just said is correct. How does it feel to be
Okay,
correct
so
about
we
every
were
single
talking
thing you
about
just said?
I thought we were talking
It
about do you
doesn't feel
make
new.
decisions? Like,
Okay.
I thought it was like how do you make decisions instead of like the rationality of decision making.
That is how you make decisions.
Well, that's just being rational. That's just like
No, it's not. It's not.
Yes.
Because you could fucking eat donuts, dude. That's not rational. But it feels good.
I mean, it feels good, but what? Okay, what is I guess what because to me a big problem is no one defines things the same way.
Yeah.
So what is rationality?
Yeah. Being efficient.
Just being efficient. So would you
Um,
say
I think I would
'Cause, like,
disagree.
this is a I
Being
think
logic, being
defining
logical,
rationality is a very important thing to like do.
being
Very
logical,
subjective.
What is logic?
acting on the logos.
Okay,
What
go on.
is logos?
Yeah. So the logos is sort of effectively like masculine, where eros would be feminine. So logos is logic, where eros is like emotion. So acting emotionally versus acting rationally.
But how can you act rationally if you're a fundamentally if your actions are based in emotion? How can you be a rational creature?
You can make decisions that are rational, but
Because we're a human and we have Zeus in us. That's
yeah,
what a
you have
Stoic would
both.
say.
You don't just have one. You
That's what
don't
a
you.
Stoic
No,
loser would say.
emotions aren't a separate emotions are just chemicals being fired when our brain does a thing.
They're inherently not rational, though.
That is not true at all. Emotions
Emotions
derive very
emotions
specifically
are
from
very rational.
rationality.
I can tell you
Yeah.
what emotions are going to come up in a rat if I show you what a very
Again with
specific
the
stimulus.
science. I cut McKendry off right there.
Okay. Emotions are rational, is what you're saying.
There is a reason why emotions come up. Yes,
That's not the same thing as saying emotions are rational, though.
Well,
Can
there
I-
is a okay. Yeah, McKendry, you take this.
Okay, so let me like. So when I say that like emotions are like a primitive version of rationality, what I mean by that is that emotions. I mean, emotions are an evolved trait of animals, and they evolved basically in animals before the brain was complex enough to be able to actually have the kind of rational thought that we have. But the emotions are still used to do rational things. They're used, like if
God
you're
did that.
hungry.
God put them in place. The rational being of God, Zeus.
What?
God being like the force of life, the pneuma, that the rational. If you look at like nature, it follows a rational pattern
Yeah,
to
that's to
live
me
efficiently.
because mathematics to me is what helps define what rationality is, right? Because we use
Yo, we just got so
mathematics
far off, dude. McKendry, did you finish your thought?
I think we were
Although it depends on.
Okay, can you restate it then? Because I lost it.
Okay, well, 1 second. Okay, so emotions evolved in animals because they're used in order to make rational decisions. I mean, and they aren't as precise
Originally.
as accurate as making rational decisions as actual like the kind of thought that humans do, or like the kind of advanced cognitive thought that humans do. But they still serve the same purpose, just at a more primitive level.
So
So eating a
Like if
donut
you
is
need to eat
rational.
food, you get the emotion that you're hungry and you feel like you need to eat food. That's an emotional thing, and so you eat food, which is a rational thing. You could also do that logically,
Eating
thinking,
a
oh, I haven't
donut
eaten food, so I need to eat
instead
food.
of rice and beans
Well, but the
would be
reason you would feel, oh, I need to eat a donut is because we evolved in a world where sugar was much less common and sugar was a good source of calories. So in that world, eating the donut would be a rational decision because it would provide you lots of calories. It would provide you sugar, which is rare.
but
That's what I mean
we're
by
talking about this world.
Well, that's what I mean when I say that emotions are primitive version of logic, but they're not like totally separate.
We're not
okay,
primitive,
they're
and
not totally
we can
separate.
make a
I agree with
distinction.
that. I would argue in my developing conception of emotionalism and rationalism that in more unconscious animals, rationalism and emotionalism, or logos and eros, are more closely intertwined, so that because one corresponds to the other, right? That's the reason that we have both logos and eros, we have the concept of order, and we have the concept of life. And so you have the feeling communicates with the action instinct to go out and act on that feeling. So the behavior that is being exhibited in the rat is logical, that it eats food, but the feeling itself isn't the action. The feeling is the feeling that that suggests the action. And the action is the rational component. Owned. Sorry.
So I don't really see why you're making the distinction, but
Oh, it's an important distinction to make because emotions are like the internal mechanism, and then rationalism or
But they're not
logos
separate.
is the external sort of expression of that, and
Okay, so
in
is
space.
rationality acting then? What you're,
It's like getting shit
acting?
done.
Is it so? It's acting. Is it acting to the best of your ability? Or is that not a good
Hopefully,
way of putting it?
hopefully.
So if you're being rational, you'll be because like I guess because when I go to what I was trying to get at earlier was like to me rationality is derived from logic, which is derived from mathematics, right? Like math is the simplest language we can use to describe our universe, or the most efficient language we can use to, or maybe not most efficient, or no, yeah, the most efficient language we can use to describe our universe, right? So that has
Describe a quantifiable universe. I would make
well,
that distinction, but
the
yeah,
one
I agree. I
well
agree that
yeah
it's effective for describing a quantifiable universe.
well so yeah I
Because
guess
our universe is very, 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 very subjective. So
well
continue
yeah
though.
our entire existence is an illusion. Like that's a big problem with
Continue with your point.
well I just mean that like well rationality exists from like thinking and emotion. I guess like my point is that like rationality is a part of emotion, and it's not separate from like emotion isn't separate from thinking, which a lot of people seem to like. To
But
me,
we can separate the two
you
by
can. No,
thinking.
you can. That's the beauty of like what makes humans really cool is we have what I describe as the animal brain. This thing the human is like this emotional creature, right? That's reacting based on sensory information. And then there's this consciousness coming into that that's that's whatever this rationality is, right? This thing that I
God.
can say, no, don't eat the donut,
It's
eat the rice and
Christ.
beans,
It's
right?
Christ. It's truth.
If you want to call it Christ, you can call it that, but I'm not gonna,
I know, I'm just
because
trolling.
that means a
Call it
million
whatever the
different
fuck you
things
want.
to me. But this is my problem with like words in general, and why I find discussions like this so useful is the disagreements we have, we're coming to an agreement because the ideas are what's true. The words we're using to them are just tools to get there.
Yeah.
And so much of disagreement comes from just not recognizing that we're not I'm trying to use a hammer to screw something in. Why am I doing that? That's to me
Right.
that's where a disagreement comes up, right?
It's like word wars.
Yeah. Because humans, we all develop in our own separate way, which makes communication so beautiful and unique.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just
Where
waiting
were
for
we?
someone to like
Fucking where
bring
were
their
we?
point to be better.
Where were we? Where were we?
Before or after we started trying to just make a distinction between rationalism and emotionalism.
Well, McKendry made the argument that rationalism is an evolved form of emotionalism, which
Yeah.
I don't know if he still stands by that argument, but
yes.
okay, he still stands by that argument. Then I would say that it is a sort of an addendum to emotionalism. It is like an addition to the process.
Well, that's what evolution
that came
does,
out of it.
right? That's how
Yeah,
evolution
that's
works.
like when we were just like chimps in trees that would just get like fucked up by big cats. We had to develop rationality or else we would go extinct. We had to be able to be cognizant of where and what these big cats were so that we could make short trips to the ground and get shit to eat. And we went and once we started learning that we could work together, rationality became a bigger and bigger part of our strategy as animals.
Right, because you got to plan. You got to plan this
Yeah.
shit out.
Because you're not as strong as a big ass cat, but
We can
5 really
throw
smart
things.
people probably are. Yeah, and we can throw things really
We can
well.
throw things like a motherfucker.
True.
I can't, but I believe that other people can.
My technique is all right. I could use a bit more training.
I can whip a fastball pretty good.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I did hit
I
that deer
can-
once.
Good. Yeah,
Nice.
I remember that.
Barely.
So
Didn't hit it center mass though.
the eros is the feeling reaction to the world, right? Because we feel things with our senses, and the logos logic is about what are you gonna do about that? So they're both important because if you don't feel anything, you're
Can't have
fucking
logic.
useless, man. Like, what
Well,
are
if
you gonna
can't feel
do?
anything, yeah. If you can't feel anything, you don't exist.
Yeah, or you're like a hollow shell of a person or a
Philosophical
system.
zombie.
Yeah, it's
That's a
like,
band name. That's a band name. Philosophical Zombie.
like, why would I fucking care about you if you're nothing? If you're no one now. Okay. I think we ran that topic into the ground. Let's try and trace our steps back
There's like 5 topics here.
to where we were at before Logos and Eros.
What, you want to keep talking about suicide, Eli?
Oh, whoa, suicide. I remember that
'Cause I don't.
topic. Okay. All right, and then we came from Stoicism
Yeah.
and Seneca.
I feel like I've said my piece about Stoicism.
Okay.
Seneca being a little bitch.
The whole thing with like the suicide thing was that you were saying that like parts of your brain were overriding the rest of your brain to make the decision.
Don't say
Right.
brain. Don't say brain.
Mind.
I'm gonna say brain.
Bitch.
Oh yeah. You made the argument that the mind and the brain are the same.
Okay.
Not that they're exactly the same, but I don't think that they're.
They're not separate, but they're not the same.
Yes.
They are incredibly similar. They are incredibly similar, but one has rationality.
The other one
That's
has
how
like
I interpret it.
cerebellum.
I just think of it as like, I mean, the brain is like the physical
Thing.
It's like the hardware, and then the mind is like the software.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Although, yeah, kind of.
I'll drink to that.
Kinda. I
But there's still-
disagree with that entirely, but
The mind is the projection
Go
the brain
off
makes.
on
because
on
I would
It
argue
is
that
that.
it's all software. Because physical reality is an illusion, much more of an illusion than the mind.
Well, I mean, the brain creates its own simulation. That's what you're living in.
Yeah. That's what everything
But there's-
is. It's not
Yeah,
just
but
what
your
you're
brain-
living in, it's what everything is.
Well, you're
There
living
still
in
has to be
everything.
something that's generating the whole simulation, though. The simulation can't generate itself. I mean, maybe it can, but I think most people would.
It's at
Argue
like
against
the
that.
root. Sure,
I know
because
what you're saying.
you see things, right? And so it's all part of the body, but primarily there's no physical brain. I mean, there is a physical brain because when you fucking cut open someone's skull, there's shit there. But that's if you cut open someone's skull, and I've never done that.
But that's it. That's when you're interacting
I've
with
cut
like
open
the
a
time
squirrel's
plane.
skull.
When you're doing that
There
time
was stuff in it.
Yeah.
I've
Good to know. Good to know.
I've
Good to
done
know. Thank you.
I've done some human dissection before
Really? In what
Yeah.
setting?
at OC in a
Human?
human biology class.
Badass.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice.
I got to like touch.
who'd you dissect?
I don't know what his name was.
Fuck
but he was
you,
dead.
dude. Fuck you. Why don't you know his
Dude, you're
name?
so
man?
inconsiderate.
Why
You're
don't
so
you know his
inconsiderate.
name?
When I go to
I
mortuary
don't think
school,
they
I'm
let
gonna
you
learn
know
every
people's
cadaver's
names. I
name.
think that's like
Max,
against the law for some
I
reason.
expect a list.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, and
You're-
like their
you'll get a
childhood
list.
friends.
Yeah.
I'll
Every
sneak
year,
into the mortuary.
every
Sneak
year
into
on
the logbook.
Christmas. Every year on
Okay.
Christmas, I want a list.
All right. Yes.
I can tell you exactly what room they keep the cadavers in at OC.
Cool. Tell me.
Dude.
I had to get like a map.
Well, shit.
Cool,
I
tell
was
me.
born
Where
anyway.
is it? Under the library? No, it's not. Is it? Is it in
Remember
the
that
science
hallway we
building?
used to walk through where there was like, yeah, it's in the science building, where like there's all those like posters on the wall on the upper floor.
Yeah.
It's in so there's one of the lab rooms that's on the southern side of the building. So if you're in the southern hallway and you look north, so walking towards the parking lot, it would be on your left. It's like the middle lab room, and then off of that room, there's like a closet looking room. And you go into that, there's a bunch of dead bodies.
How many?
Yeah. I think it'd be pretty cool to dissect a body.
How
I think
many?
it'd be pretty cool to eat a body. What?
How many?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's probably not like a set amount. I mean, I know that you like they only keep them for so long. 'Cause eventually, they start to like decompose. So I think they only
Woo!
have them for like a couple years at a time,
Go
or something. Probably not
mushrooms.
even that. Probably like 6 months at a time. It's probably not a stable amount. It's probably based on like supply and demand of dead bodies.
Could you go into the market theory a little bit more for dead
Yeah.
bodies?
We need some market theory.
Probably
and
pretty good
speculation.
supply right now, although not very good demand.
Woo!
I mean, we could get that demand up. Like,
Yeah. Well, you could probably
Yeah.
like get dead bodies for pretty cheap right now. I bet.
probably. Let's.
Are you
let's
saying that we should start an organ farm?
I
Why not?
mean,
That sounds like a good idea.
we
Or-
could learn how to like restart dead tissue. Like that could be a fun science project.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
I
fucking
really want
Frankenstein
to.
someone?
Do you guys
Those
want to
Israeli
like?
scientists that reverse staging.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
like the oxygen thing.
What?
The oxygen thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Do we want to what, Mackenzie?
Is that like a spell in the Kabbalah? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This
Wait, you guys ready for the random Wikipedia article of the night? Let me pull it up.
Mackenzie, what did you ask us if we want to do? What were you gonna ask us?
Do you guys want to like buy, or not necessarily buy, but whether or not it's bought land or not, but acquire some remote land somewhere and start like a society there?
That could be cool.
Depends on the location, I think.
Yeah, we got Bud
well, I
Olson.
mean, you have to find a
So I
cool
kind of want
spot.
to live in America.
We got Bud Olson, not to be
uh,
confused with Bud Olson, by the way.
I wouldn't choose America just because there's too many like regulations and the government is too strong. Like if it'd be hard to
What country has less
take over
regulations?
if they decided to.
What country is
a lot of them.
Antarctica?
Well, I shouldn't say regulations, but I should say that they
The
don't
country,
wanna
the
force
nation,
them because-
the great
Go ahead.
nation of Antarctica.
We
Well,
could be
yeah,
the
like
first.
Antarctica
beautiful
would be
nation.
We'll be the
Like a
settlers.
secret
We'll be
Nazi
the
military
we'll be
They
the
wouldn't
Anarchic
enforce any
kings.
laws against you there.
What, Mackenzie?
I was just saying that Antarctica would be good just because, I mean, at least in terms of like legality, just because it'd be very difficult for anyone to
Yeah, but you
enforce
can't
any
fucking
legality
farm
on you.
food, man. Everything's
There are
imported.
places-
That would be
there's,
so
like,
expensive.
Find a
islands
geothermal. But yeah, that island.
Not that I'm
Dude,
Mackenzie,
they have a whole
necessarily-
space station down there.
the one
You
with
know
this,
what you're
the one
talking
with the
about, Eli.
station, right? McKendry, the one with
Deception
like the
Island.
yeah, the really cool
Yeah, that
one.
one's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, we could live there.
How
That'd be
warm
sweet.
does it get?
It's not
Geothermal.
that bad. There's water there that's like that you can swim in.
Well, I mean, you can swim in the
I mean,
Antarctic water
theoretically,
anyway.
Yeah, theoretically.
Well, yeah,
that's
but, like,
any
the
fucking
water's
Wim Hof
like-
did that.
The water's like 100 degrees.
It's
in
just
a lot of
fucking
places
rocks,
there.
dude.
No, it's not. I mean, there's rocks. There are a lot of rocks.
There's-
but it's also snow, and there's also water, and there's a ton of penguins. There's like a whole colony of penguins that
You
lives on
eat
one part of
penguins.
it.
How good
Tons
do
of fertilizer
penguins
for growing
taste?
They're
food.
not good.
Good
You
place
at
to go
least turn them
fishing,
into
too.
bone meal. That could
Do
be
you
It's
know
like
that
fat.
bone and blood meal
They're
to
like
get the fucking
rubbery. They're
sound
like
going, the
fat.
ground going. Start fertilizing that shit. Maybe start
So
some
much
no-tills.
fertilizer.
Ooh.
Plus,
What,
that's
then
like
you
one
just
of the
eat
best places
plants?
in the world for fishing.
Then I just eat plants and
That's
fish.
true.
Fish.
If I want to eat a
Fish.
pig,
Bring a pig, Max.
Bitch.
I don't want to bring a pig. Pigs are fucking
Bring-
heavy and gross.
Get
I want
McKendry to bring
buy,
two
I want to
pigs.
buy a
and
pig for $3.
do that and ship them over.
That's gonna cost more than $3, buddy.
I don't know,
I don't know.
babe.
Unless we get like sponsored by Amazon or something. If you guys get sponsored by Amazon, then I'm all in. But until
I mean, the
then, I'm
podcast.
gonna
The
buy
podcast is
pigs
gonna
for
get sponsored by
$3.
Amazon.
We're gonna fucking.
Dude, Microsoft's gonna sponsor us. Come on.
They're gonna
They'll
see
give
our
us like
podcast
free warehouse worker slaves.
where we all argue about the morality of suicide over each other for fucking 15 minutes. They're gonna be like, "Damn, these kids are
These
onto
guys
something."
are doing some real good things.
They give
kids
us,
are gonna save the
they
world.
grant us enough money just to sponsor
Yes.
a fucking private
Amazon.
society.
Amazon,
I'd want
give
to,
us slaves.
You guys heard
build
about
my
like
own
the
private laboratory and conduct unethical experiments there.
On like twins?
That was specifically what I was thinking, but I don't know if there was something
What
interesting that can be
specifically
done
were you
with that.
thinking?
Like cloning Neanderthals.
that'd be cool.
Mm.
That
like,
would be pretty base.
Having like Neanderthals that grow super quickly and live for like 2 weeks until they like grow teeth into their brain.
Hmm.
Dude, that would be fucking
rapidly
sick.
age.
Holy shit. We make like we wouldn't even need the Amazon sponsorship at that point. Like we
Nah.
don't even need like
No.
wage slaves anymore. We could just use these Neanderthals.
Do like experiments with CRISPR to develop diseases that like sterilize certain populations
Certain
on-
ethnicities.
based
Yeah.
on genetics.
I
Yes.
don't like the fact that 1 in 5 humans is currently Chinese. I want to change that statistic.
That was a good quote out of context.
That was a good quote in context.
I wasn't paying attention to the context actually. I was sort of dissociating a little bit.
We're just talking about ethnic cleansing.
Or I want to
Okay,
like
good. Okay.
That's-
like sort of like
Specifically target
like MK Ultra
races.
experiments, those kind of things.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh, we could do that
You
shit.
could Charlie
Do, like,
boy
the,
some
the
people.
DMT drip thing,
Yeah.
What DMT thing?
where like you hook
You're-
someone up to a
yeah.
DMT.
Or you
IV
just stay in
that keeps them that
DMT for
state
like
hours.
hours.
Yeah, the stuff that
Just
that
like
one
weeks.
guy was doing back in like the 70s before he got scared and shut it down, and then the government made DMT legal.
There's like an actual
guy?
study that's doing that right now. That it's in
Yeah.
like where is it? It's in I don't know, Iowa or something.
The U.S. military actually has a secret
guy's just, like, spooked.
DMT dimension. What is it? Like a sect
mean,
of the military. That
You
just
guys have
goes
seen
Fuck
Minnesota.
yeah.
Like
Sure, right.
Stranger Things.
About time.
DMT.
Yeah. That's good though.
Wait, McKendry.
Yeah, we could figure out how to develop some nice literature on LSD mind control if we really tried. Get some like hippie girls. Go
Yeah.
Charlie Manson on them.
Like Charlie boy some people.
Get it going, dude.
McKendry, what were your thoughts on the last season of Dark?
You know what? I still haven't.
You haven't
watched
seen
all
it?
of it.
but
I gotta be honest.
it's
I
so
started
good.
watching the third season like a long time ago, and then I stopped, and then I got back into it again, and I was really into it, and then I went to Hawaii,
But
and
the
then I
final,
forgot
but the,
about it
dude,
for a
the
long
final
time.
will
I
make
haven't
you
watched it since
cry.
I first got to Hawaii.
Watch it when you can.
I will at some point. It's
Don't
still
play
on
the
my
forest
list.
tonight. Watch Dark.
I'm
Dude,
not
stop
gonna
playing the
play
forest. What the
forest.
fuck are you doing,
Dude,
man?
you've literally
Game
been like
fucking
having the
sucks.
forest open like
I know.
24/7.
I
Yeah,
know.
I
I
haven't-
thought
I
you were
haven't
playing
been
it for
playing
14 hours the other day.
No, it's just
actually.
been running in the background because I've been. No, I've
That
been
sounds
like
awful.
consistently
No wonder your
up
computer
until,
shits out
like,
all the time.
2 in the morning doing schoolwork every night for the last week.
With
So
the
yeah, bro.
forest running.
Yeah.
In the background.
That
Yeah.
doesn't seem like a very good idea.
Well, see, there's this problem where sometimes I'll do this where like if I'm playing a game or something like that, I'll like pause it and then go work on other stuff. But then I never have time to go back into the game and like save it because it would require me to do stuff in the game. So then it just keeps running in the background for days.
Okay.
And,
Solution?
and then
Don't play that game.
yeah, but then there's this problem where if I actually go back to the tab where the game is, it's been running for so long that as soon as I go into it, it stops responding, and then I have
Okay,
to like
so-
restart my whole computer. So I just don't
Nice,
go
bro.
into that tab anymore.
Okay, so if there is if you go into Steam in your library and you right-click on the forest, there's an uninstall button that you can click. Do
Nah.
that.
Nah.
You could just do that. Just play like Flash games instead.
Yeah. Flash games
Just
are pretty
fail out
fun.
of college because you were just playing Flash games all day.
Yeah, play Space Station. Become a professional Space Station 13
Just
streamer.
play Space Station 13 all day. just flunk out of school.
Max,
Do you
that's
remember
the next
Raise?
game.
Do you remember
What is the
Raise,
point of
dude?
doing that?
I remember Riz.
Yeah.
I like Riz 2 a lot. Played the shit out of that game.
Damn, that game was
Yeah.
fucking legit, man.
I don't know what
Fancy
that
Pants
is.
Adventure. Classic.
Yeah.
Dude, I went hard in the Flash games, man. Toss the Turtle, classic. Fucking
Like Nitrom games.
Oh, I remember
Good
Nitrom.
game.
Damn, hell yeah.
Nitrom had really good game.
Yeah, I
music.
like how you call it Nitrom instead of Nitrom too.
Nitrom.
Yeah, that's good.
Scurry.
Bomba,
The
that
ninja
still
game?
has
What
really
was the
good
ninja
music.
game that Nitrom had?
Uh,
Final Ninja? Did you ever play Final
yeah,
Ninja?
yeah.
Holy shit, that game
Probably.
was so cool.
Like the Swindler and Bomba and Square Meal and
which
Canary.
Bomba?
the one Bomba.
Is it
The
Mo
one
Bomba?
The
Was it Mo Bomba?
no. No,
was
it's not.
Was it
Mo
Mo
Bamba.
Bomba?
Was it Mo Bamba?
Wait.
Oh shit!
Damn,
I,
remember when we would go over to Xander's house and then we'd be ask
You
Alexa to
just
play
be like,
Mo Bamba.
Alexa, play Mo Bomba.
And he would be like, Alexa, stop.
He was like, try to show off the different things Alexa could do. He'd be like, Alexa, and then we'd just be like, play Mo Bomba.
And he'd be like, Alexa, stop. Damn.
Oh man, classic, dude. Damn, I miss that. I miss high school, man.
Yeah, it was pretty
Fuck
good.
high school.
Yeah,
Damn.
you should have gone to Kingston, huh?
No, you shouldn't have gone to Kingston.
Oops.
Why should I
Yeah,
have
you
not
should-
gone to Kingston, Eli? Oh, I
Those
don't
are
have a
all
roommate
good things.
anymore.
What happened?
Yes, dude.
He transferred to a different residence hall because he didn't like being my roommate.
No
Nice,
way. Damn. That's
Fuck
crazy.
him, bro.
Pretty crazy.
Good shit, dude. May have just
Wow.
another room. You
Yeah,
can
I
do
got
anything
the whole
with it.
thing
You
to
can,
myself
you can just
again.
jerk off in there. You can just come all over every wall in the...
Max,
I
we know
know
that's how
you-
you've been training for your fight.
You were talking about that. Actually, I can't remember the last time I jerked off.
Nice.
I
Wow.
gotta
can.
say. Yeah? Describe.
Nah.
Okay.
Up, down,
Yep.
up, down.
Yeah, it went
I'm
something
doing,
like
I'm
that.
doing the I'm doing the Logan Paul Seaman retention for this upcoming fight, February 27th.
It's pretty
Street
good.
Beefs.
So you
Hopefully.
wait. So do you
Hopefully.
when
I'm
do you know if
hoping
you
I-
have a fight or not?
I don't know, dude. I'll probably message the guy on Facebook. Say like, hey dog. It's good.
Is it filmed? Street Beefs.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Yeah, street. Wait, yeah, I don't know about street beefs.
Yeah, no. I just didn't know if all of them were filmed or not. I can't actually hear anyone over the sound of Raise now, so I just need you guys to be just pause your conversation for like however long it takes me to figure out the audio on this. So don't say
We're just
anything. Don't say anything.
So yeah, I've just been doing semen retention.
Okay, I solved it. You guys can
not-
start talking now.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was just
So
like
you've been doing
not
semen
jerking off.
retention?
Yeah. Just like not like intentionally, but just as a byproduct of just not thinking about it, just not horny. Which it's probably the better way to live. I guess I don't have much of like a burning desire to really do anything. I'm not necessarily as motivated, but I'm still functional. I'll still like work out. I'll still do everything I need to be doing. But whatever. Doesn't matter. Nothing fucking matters, dude.
That's why
Except
it's
for
so
February 27th, street beefs.
fun. Beefs. So you thought about who you're gonna thank for?
I'm
Think about
probably
who
just
you're
not gonna think. I'm just gonna train, and I'll have all the motions, and I guess when I see the opening, I'll think there's the
I didn't
opening.
say think. I said thank.
Just get
Who
the
are you gonna thank? You know how they all thank people
Thank?
and like right before they fight
I'm
the
not
dude.
gonna thank anyone. I'm gonna say, "What's up? I'm Max, Serpent Bearer, fighting out of Kitsap County. It's all respect." I've rehearsed that.
All
That's
respect
what
for my
I'm saying.
opponent. Let's put in some work.
like Gig Harbor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say.
I'd like to
respect my
thank.
opponent,
I'd
though.
like to thank Kingston High School.
I'd like to.
Shout out to KHS, home of the Bucks.
Damn.
Fighting out of Kingston
Go
High
Bucks.
School.
Go Bucks.
What's up? I'm Max, Serpent Bear, fighting out of Kingston High School.
Let's put in some work.
Let's put in some work.
All respect to
Oh,
my
man.
opponent. Damn.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Stop
Okay.
making me.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. I'm sorry.
gonna
I'm sorry.
say it's all respect. It's all respect. Fighting out of Kitsap County. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna front kick and jab him to death.
Nice. Until he takes you
And
down
then
and beats the shit out of you, bro.
I'll hit some. No, he won't. You couldn't.
I mean, yeah, but I've literally never like properly
Baby
trained
Hulk though. Baby Hulk.
kickboxing.
How would
Okay.
you fight Baby Hulk, Max?
Baby Hulk leg locks.
Yeah.
Although he'd probably beat my ass then.
Yeah.
But he's really strong. And yeah. But if you get that leg lock position, especially from the 50-50, they can't strike effectively if you know what you're doing. If you
Right.
don't know what you're doing and you just like use both your hands, you just curl up and you go for a heel hook, then they'll just beat the shit out of you. But if you can extend especially if you extend like your core and your hips out, just to push them way up, like you're like humping the air, then it creates so much distance, and you have such like a fulcrum on their knee that even if they like try to turn around and face you, they can't do shit from that position. You
Right.
just turn them over, and then you're in like top half guard. It's yeah, basically, and I can just like straight ankle lock that ass over and over again. I'll be so annoying. I am so annoying when I'm grappling.
Right.
I'm just kind of
agree.
annoying in general as a fighter, which is good.
It's good.
Yeah,
It makes people want to run in and punch me, and then I'll
That's
hit them
a
with like a
mistake.
knee
Yeah.
or like especially if they're headhunting, I can go for like the left body kick especially. I won't even need to switch if they're coming into it. So it's pretty nice. It's a pretty good plan A. Just the super tall, deep jab mix up, long low kick,
Yeah,
piss
getting
them
your
off, make them go for like a long right counter, do
if
like
there
a
was
stone wall or something.
if you could choose one punch to the head to train for a fight, what would you choose? I think it would be the jab, but
Hmm. Yes. Yeah, jab, without a doubt. But my my offense depends on a bunch of different punches.
mm-hmm.
Um, you guys know that.
Yeah, I try and use the jab to set up a bunch of shit.
You know, I use the jab to set up the jab to the body. That's my favorite. That's my favorite offensive, sequence. I think. Then maybe if you go like, jab to the body, cross up top. You
Mhm.
make them, you make them block the head with the fake jab. You make them block to the body with the body jab. And then you get that ass.
Yeah, I like the
You can
1-3-2.
also,
It's
it's
a good
good.
one.
1-3-2. It's
Yeah. Yeah,
that's jab, lead hook, cross.
yeah, it's a good one.
I do like the 1-3. Just throwing that out to make them move their hands weird. Make
Yeah.
them think about the way they're moving their hands.
Yeah, I noticed that one. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's like
Yeah,
the
I just like.
whatever the jab uppercut? I also like that. Like lead side jab,
Oh
lead
yeah.
uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
It's that one's called the corkscrew. They call
Ah.
it the corkscrew uppercut.
Yeah.
Specifically when you angle off to the
Yeah.
outside when you
I always
throw it.
go off.
Prince Naz does that. Conor McGregor does that. It's easier. It's easier as a southpaw, from an open stance.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it closed stance, but you're going into the closed side. You're basically going into their right hand if you do it
Yeah.
with your left.
I've been doing a lot of
Especially when you're bringing your arm down and moving into the angle of the right hand. You don't have any protection on your face. But
I've
you
been
can
doing
do a right-handed
right
version of it where you switch to southpaw, and you have a lot of options from there. Like
Yeah.
body kick them or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't care. I'm not a southpaw. Except for when I am.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm
why I
usually
train.
not.
That's why I train southpaw. I train southpaw, but I will do equal time, like almost equal time orthodox, just so I can have that tiny bit of an edge as a southpaw if I want it.
Yeah.
Right?
I like to be a southpaw on defense.
Mhm.
It lets me see right hands way better because of all the distance.
I've been doing
And
a
I
lot of
like to be
orthodox.
southpaw against Eli because he's a
Yeah.
southpaw, and it just kind of forces close stance.
I like doing orthodox jab combo tree stuff. That's what I've been working on mainly.
Nice.
Like
What are you
jab.
doing?
Um, I've been doing like a lot of like it was today. I was working on a shifting hook thing that
Oh
I don't
yeah,
fully want to give away because it's cool.
yeah. TJ Dillashaw. He does a shifting hook a lot,
Yeah, it's to
especially the shifting right hook to go to southpaw.
yeah, it's to get the hands to the
Dustin
side to make
Poirier
the shots
does
more effective, right?
the opposite of that from a southpaw stance. He'll throw the left hand, and then he'll throw it as a cross switch, throw it as a jab, and then right hand as he's moving forward.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's fucking sick, dude.
I've been trying to
But yeah,
also work on like Poirier blocking, elbows
yeah,
and shit.
yeah. I have a
Just
pretty
block with
decent
your
shoulder
elbows.
roll. I don't get hit in the face a lot unless I go like right into the pocket. But yeah, I'm pretty confident in my ability to avoid shots, especially right hands also. And I want to get sharper on countering them though,
Yeah.
especially people moving in with my right hand and knees,
Yeah. That's what you should
especially.
get a double in bag or just find a way to DIY one since they're really easy.
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah,
what I
they are
found
really easy.
is so good for having it. It's the getting that just natural, oh shit, the thing's coming at me counterpunch.
Yeah.
Seeing that opening and just taking it because my body knows it can.
Yeah, just getting it fucking drilled into your body. Training, man. The way the mind reacts under stress is strongly influenced by training.
I would say it's almost 90% training. Whatever you've been trained to do, you will react that way. But
Yep.
there's also that percent chance that it'll all go out the window because the stressful situation is too great.
I'm
So you
pretty
gotta
good at
train under stressful situations.
yeah.
Most people
You have to spar 100% of the time. Always. Hard sparring. That's
yeah,
it. Just
that's all.
4 hours hard sparring.
I love the difference between the Hawaiians. You know, you got BJ Penn and Max Holloway. Kill each other every time you train, or just don't spar, because we all know how it feels to be hit in the head.
Yeah. Dude, BJ Penn literally has CTE now. He got a DOI
He gave
Should have been
himself-
on Hilo, actually, McKendry.
Did you see the Ryan
Kendrick's
Hall fight?
playing Binding
He got
of Isaac.
leg locked.
No.
Fucking
Who's playing
BJ
Binding
Penn
of
got
Isaac?
brutally leg locked.
Oh, nice. Yeah, true. Damn.
Which is
That guy's old, man.
that's what shocked me was when he just didn't know how to react to Ryan diving under his legs that well.
Not a lot of people do. The most recent guy he fought actually did decently against it, but
That one guy in the
he
Contender
just
series
lose.
that Connor taught to just stand up was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Artem Lobov.
Yeah.
Was it Artem Lobov?
It might have been.
Was he
Fucking
in,
low.
was
But
it like was it a tough fight or was it like the actual tough finale fight?
I think it was the
'Cause he
tough.
fought-
It was just a tough fight.
Yeah.
I think he won
Yeah,
it by decision because he just kept leg locking the dude while the guy just kept standing up.
Yeah. Yeah, he beat Gray Maynard pretty embarrassingly. Gray Maynard got fucking pissed at him.
Gray Maynard.
Gray Maynard, Gray Maynard. White man, white bald.
Wait, so how much have you watched any of Chimaev's fights, Max?
Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering because like yeah, he's doing him against no names, but that is some tight Dagestani wrestling.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's going to do really good against Leon.
He is strong. I mean, I just don't know. Leon Edwards is just at such a high level. We're not talking about anything of substance, by the way. You don't need to be recording this.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
You
but just
can,
seeing him.
you know what? You can play that Vosh meme if you want at the end too. I'm feeling nice today.
How much? Yeah, seeing how dominant Chimaev was over John Phillips was what kind of sold me because he's like, he is so strong for was he? Yeah, he was middleweight there, but like, still.
I mean, is he snoozeman levels?
I mean, he might not be able to fight off Snoozman that well, but like, not right now. But I don't think anyone can unless you get to that caliber and then exclusively train cage wrestle. Like that's the only way. Is like if a Jorge Masvidal spends like the next year cage wrestling, he'll destroy Usman. But like,
I mean, that's basically what he's been doing since he lost.
yeah, which is why I think that rematch is going to be sweet. Because Usman's not going. Hopefully we're gonna get to see Usman fight again instead of just
this next fight might be decent.
People.
The ground game Gilbert Burns could neutralize his ground game. I mean, I'm not gonna watch the card though, because I don't fucking care about that card.
One of the other reasons I had trouble sleeping last night was because I was crying myself to sleep